Good morning, everyone. I got a question from Paul in Naples, Florida, asking, how can I help a beginner starting out in pigeons? It's a good question. Paul, the first thing I could recommend is that you read, but we'll get into that a little bit later. The first thing you want to do if you're just beginning in pigeons is start out small. Take your time. Get one or two, maybe three pair of pigeons. Don't worry about being competitive. Try to pick out pigeons that have some success in their background. Now, don't pay a lot of money for pigeons. You're starting out, don't invest a lot. Start small. The first thing I can tell you to do is make sure you keep the loft clean and, if possible, dust free. The second thing you want to do is learn about health of pigeons, how to get them healthy, how to keep them healthy. Now we'll get into the couple of books. The first book I'm going to recommend is by Leon F. Whitney, Keep Your Pigeons Flying. He goes into such detail. Now, it's an old book, but he goes into a lot of detail on how to keep pigeons healthy, what vitamins they need, what's in the feed, what vitamins are in the feed, what minerals they need, and a lot of symptoms for sickness. The second book I'm going to recommend is by Colin Walker. He's also a vet. He's in Australia. Very knowledgeable man on pigeons and health. So he'll also give you an idea how to keep them healthy and get them healthy. With that said, read a lot. Go on the internet, search everything you can, and get as much knowledge as you can. You're also going to have to learn how to settle the pigeons and feed the pigeons and do all of those things, but there's a lot of information out there. As far as feeding the pigeons, the way I've done it, and I've explained this in other videos, I let the pigeons out hungry. They do what they have to do. It all depends at what stage the pigeons are in. If they're flying around for 2 and 3 hours, you want them to come down, run in, and eat. I feed them all they want, once a day. And I try to do it into some kind of a routine where the pigeons are let out at approximately the same time, and they do similar things. Got something on my nail. But getting back to feeding the pigeons, you certainly want them to be in some kind of a routine where they fly, they come down, and they go in. You want to be hand feeding them, calling, making noises so that the birds are accustomed to you and calm. What else can I tell you for a beginner? There's so much. Then you want to learn about training the pigeons. What's the best way to train the pigeons? For me, you look up a video, $86,000 to train your pigeons. You look up that video and you'll get an idea of what's required. The third thing I want to tell you, another thing I want to tell you is my book. My book explains what makes pigeons win. What it is. It's short. It's not a long book. I should call it a booklet. Really, it is a booklet. It's short, it's brief, and it's to the point. And you'll get an idea of what makes a pigeon come out of the basket and fly home straight to your loft. The pigeon, in order for you to win, has got to come fly straight. The pigeon that flies the straightest usually wins. What else can I tell you? Okay, we keep the loft clean. 3 things that I think are most important for health are canker, coccidiosis, and worms. Another thing would be biting bugs. You want to keep them out, especially you're in Florida, where it's hot all the time, so you're going to have fleas and ticks and all kinds of things that bite birds. You want to give them something like Ivamac or moxidectin. These drugs, when a bug bites them, causes that drug to either go sterile or die. And it'll get rid of one of the major problems you have with pigeons. So you really got 4 things that are going to affect your pigeons as far as health. But there's many, many more. They get a lot of other things. But those are the basic things. And normally if you take care of them, everything else will follow with health, and your birds will fly for 3 and 4 hours, especially if you feed them the way I explained. Okay, anything else I can tell you? Off the top of my head, Paul, no. So good luck to you. Let me know how you make out. And I wish you success with your pigeons. Okay. Please subscribe. Give it a thumbs up. Give it a thumbs down. And thank you for watching.